Hello, everybody, and welcome back to Phoenix Wright, Ace Attorney. I'm gonna turn that down a little bit, I think. Maybe I'll just turn it down on my end. Yeah, I think that's fine. I think that should be fine. My voice is loud. I can speak over the actual game audio well enough, for the most part. But yeah, we are on to the last case of the original game. There is a fifth case, but it was added on as part of the DS remake, remaster, whatever you want to call it, which is the one that the West got, as well as the rest of the world, I think. I don't think it went to, like, Europe or anything like that. The original Game Boy Advance versions did. I think the Game Boy Advance versions were just Japan. But yeah, we'll do that one, but that one's kind of its own thing. Like, it's really, really its own thing. It does take place, I think it takes place, like, 2 months after this case or something like that. But, like, the only thing that feels remotely like Ace Attorney 1 is the fact that it has a 3-day structure. So, you know. Oh well. But that's fine. It's fine because these next 2 cases actually make good use of the 3-day structure. In constantly increasing the pressure. But this is the end of the base game, I guess you could say. Turnabout goodbyes. Been what? 15 years? About that, yes. 15 years is a long time to wait. You can't imagine how much I've suffered. You've suffered? But now, the perfect opportunity has presented itself. At last, I shall have my revenge. What? Merry Christmas. I like that he still has, like, the, I don't know what it's called. It's like a neck scarf kind of thing. It's, like, very floofy. He still has that, despite the fact that seemingly it was supposed to be a casual encounter. December 25th, 10:08 a.m., Wright & Co. Law Offices. Hey, Nick. Do you know if there are any good waterfalls around here? Waterfalls? Dare I ask why? Duh, Nick. Isn't it obvious? I need a waterfall to stand under, preferably a freezing one. Oh, is that part of your spirit medium training? Of course! Except I've been slacking off lately. I need to brave the elements and be forged anew under the rushing spring waters. Okay. I don't know about any falls per se, but Gourd Lake is pretty close. Oh, darn. Sorry, but them's the breaks. Couldn't you just take a cold shower or something? Good idea! So much for rushing spring waters. Next in the Ow. If you can tell, my voice. It's a combination of doing all these different voices and allergies. But oh well. Next in the news. A large unidentified animal was sighted at Gourd Lake. The town is buzzing with excitement. Locals are calling it Gordy, in a tip to the hat to Nessie, the Loch Ness Monster. Though its namesake Nessie proved to be a hoax, locals are confident their Gordy is the real deal. Boring. Can't they just show real news for a change? Nick. Water pressure's kind of low in that shower. You want more pressure, huh? Why don't you go down to the fire department and have them spray you with the hose? Good idea, Nick. Apparently, Fey blood is no aid in detecting sarcasm. We interrupt this program to bring you a special news bulletin. Strange occurrences continue at Gourd Lake, but this time, it's murder. Gourd Lake again? The body of a man was found in the lake early this morning. A suspect was apprehended. Sources inside the police department revealed that the suspect's name is Miles Edgeworth, age 24. Edgeworth was an up-and-coming prosecutor known for his skills and connections. He was guaranteed a long and rewarding career. Has he thrown it all away? Edgeworth? What's going on? Edgeworth would never do something like... Nick? Maya? Fireman yelled at me when I called him. We've got bigger things to worry about than that. They arrested Edgeworth. What? You mean the prosecutor? Yeah, he's a suspect in a murder. What? When? Where? Whom? Why? How? I don't know. Let's find out, Nick. Well, what should we do? What do you mean? Let's investigate. We should talk to Mr. Edgeworth and check out the crime scene. You're right. We need more information. Save aimlessness and confusion for later. Well, got any good ideas? Not really. I do my best thinking when I'm standing underneath a waterfall. I'm a lawyer. You know, I think it's developing a nice luster. I'll look at your badge later, Nick. We've got work to do. I suppose you're right. December 25th, Detention Center Visitors Room. You know, Nick, we've all been in here one time or another, haven't we? I guess it comes with the territory. I'm not sure it's something we should mention to too many people. Hey, Edgeworth, come back! What are you doing here? Nick, I don't think he's in a very good mood. Well, he is in detention. Were you in a good mood when we were here? So were you... Wait. Hang on. Was it like... Were you in a good mood when we weren't here? Did I read that wrong? So you've come to laugh at the fallen attorney. Then laugh. Laugh. Well, why aren't you laughing? Nick, should we be laughing? Nah, it's a trick. Laugh and he'll get mad, or burst into tears. Edgeworth, we don't have so much free time. We don't have so much free time we can spend it coming down here to laugh at you. Yes, you do. Actually, he's right. I hoped you wouldn't come. I didn't want you to see me. Not like this. I didn't want to see you like this either, believe me. Edgeworth, tell me what happened. Why should I? What are you going to do about it? Duh! We're gonna help you, that's what. Help me? You? Don't be ridiculous. Sorry? You're a novice. You've only been in 3 trials. Hey! Sure, you got lucky and won all 3. But your luck's bound to run out someday. You need real skill, Wright. Experience. Nick, he's insulting you. Nick? Why am I always the one who's got to get angry? The murder took place at Gourd Lake, correct? Yes, late last night. The lake is a long way away from your offices and the courthouse. Why were you down there? I see no need to tell you. Mr. Edgeworth, you didn't really... Gordy. Huh? I went to see Gordy. Gordy? What's that? I'll tell you later. Why won't Edgeworth talk to us? Your attorney's badge? Edgeworth. Let me defend you. Ha! Ha ha! Good one, Wright. But I'm not that hard up. Not yet. What do you mean by that? Me? Just a wet behind-the-ears lawyer with only 3 trials under his belt? Never. What? My case is near hopeless, right? Every defense attorney I've talked to has turned me down. What? Simply put, they were afraid they'd lose. It occurred to me that it might be my fault that they lack confidence. After all, I did get every single one of their clients declared guilty. I don't believe it. Regardless, I don't want you involved in this. You in particular, I cannot ask you to do this. Edgeworth, this is really hard for me to ask, but you didn't do it, right? Right? Think what you will. I have only one request. Huh? Stay out of this case. Why? But Nick is trying to help you. I know that. But I don't want your help, okay? Why not? Look, just go away, and leave me alone. Nick? Mr. Edgeworth did it, didn't he? Maya, let's go investigate elsewhere. But, Nick... Guard monitors the visitor room. He hasn't moved an inch since I came in. A real pro. Off with the camera. Gourd Lake Park entrance. This is where it happened. Yeah. Gourd Lake is in the middle of this park. I can see some police walking around in there. Questioning people, probably. Hey, isn't that Detective Gumshoe over there? Well, pal... There's enough of us here. Anyone found anything? Sorry, sir. Nothing. Idiot. The trial's tomorrow. We need clues on the double. But, sir, there weren't any clues. That's why we arrested that attorney, Mr. Edgeworth. It's clear, sir. He's the one whom... Shut up. Just you try saying that again. I'll make you sorry if you do. So just get out of my face, pal. Yes, sir. Detective Gumshoe's kind of scary today. Recruits. Ah! Eek! Hey, you're that hairy guy, Hairy Butts. Right, Phoenix Wright. Will he ever learn my name? And just what are you doing here, pal? Investigating? Huh? Well, yes, I suppose. Well, I'm here to help. Ask me anything you want. Bring it. He seems different than usual. I wonder what's up. Mr. Edgeworth hasn't actually asked us to defend him yet. Huh? Oh, you don't say. Detective Gumshoe? Do you know what happened here? Huh? You don't know, pal? No. Wow, okay, Mr. Head in the Fluffy Pink Clouds lawyer. Head in the... Huh? Never mind, I'll tell you. It happened last night, about 15 minutes after midnight. There was a boat out on Gourd Lake. In that boat were two men. One of those men shot the other with a pistol. And the shooter was Mr. Edgeworth? A cop who arrived on the scene arrested him. How did they get there so fast? Well, there was a witness. When the report came in, we raced to the lake. A witness? You don't think Mr. Edgeworth is a murderer, do you? Absolutely not. It's impossible. I don't care if there's a witness either. I don't believe a lick of it. Right. Who cares what the witness says? I care. You really believe in him, don't you, Detective? Of course I do. But the police are pretty sure he's the killer. Nobody's even really taking this investigation that seriously. Oh no. After all the help Mr. Edgeworth has been to us, hard to imagine that no one's standing up to take his side. Well, at least you are, Detective. At least you are. Is it true? No one will take Mr. Edgeworth's case? Yeah. He's a bit of a celebrity. If you defended him and lost, your reputation would your reputation be sure to suffer. What's more, the case against him is, well, it's pretty solid. I suppose it would be if they have a witness. Hey, pal, don't tell me you're going to turn your back on him too. Remember the Steel Samurai case? Mr. Edgeworth helped you get your client declared innocent. I know. I went to Edgeworth. I tried. He really doesn't want us to represent him. Especially not us, he said. What? Oh, wow, that doesn't make any sense, pal. You should have heard him talking about you after that trial. He kept saying, right, over and over. Nick? I'm not sure that's a good sign. Neither am I. Oh, why wouldn't he want your help? I don't get it. Who was this witness? Sorry, pal, that's confidential. Anyway, the witness saw everything, apparently. I'm sure they'll turn up at the trial tomorrow. Was there only that one witness? Yep, it was pretty cold out on the lake last night. And it was Christmas Eve, after all. Still, we're being thorough. You never know when you're going to turn up another witness. That's why we're here today, checking things out. So far, we're coming up empty. Oh, it's Christmas today. I'd forgotten. What are you getting me for Christmas, Nick? Talk to Santa. Detective Gumshoe. Oh, Detective Gumshoe, sir. What? Find something? No, sir. Not yet. But there was a call from the precinct. They want to hold an investigation briefing. Briefing? Right. I'm off. Oh. Sorry, pal. I guess you heard. I gotta go. Any last thing you want to ask me about before I head back? Well, yes. Do you have any information on the victim? Sorry. They haven't worked up the autopsy report yet. I'm still waiting for it myself. Actually. Say, if you get the time, drop by the precinct. We can talk more there, pal. You're not coming back, Detective? Probably not, pal. What should we do if we have something to talk to you about? Ah, right. Here, I'll show you how to get to the precinct. Come down and see me anytime. Directions to the police station received from Detective Gumshoe. Oh, hey, Detective Gumshoe. What? We'd like to take a look around in the park. Can we walk around? Yeah, no problem, pal. You got my permission. You know, Nick, I think there's something to be said for talking to people when they're busy. Yeah, they don't have time to think about not giving you information. Right. Now, let's get investigating. The sign says Gourd Lake Nature Park. Place is full of families picnicking on the weekend. But no waterfall. Not many picnickers come here for spiritual training, Maya. I feel winter's chill from the bare leaf trees today. Ugh, what is it about winter that turns people into poets? I don't know, but my toes are starting to feel numb. Yes, my poetry has that effect on some people. Alrighty. No. Hey, I think I know what this is. Gourd Lake Public Beach. Wowzers, this is Gourd Lake? Yep. I'm not sure it warrants a wowzers, though. Probably not. But hey, look at that snack stand. Samurai dogs. I want a samurai dog, please. I bet they're great. With a name like Samurai Dog, how could they not be? They're a little behind the times, though. The kids are all into the Pink Princess now. I mean, like, you know? Nope. Huh, someone left some poppers here. You know, you pull the string, and it goes pop. Yeah, and it goes pop. Yeah, I know the ones. You see them a lot around New Year's. Hey, Nick, they might be a clue. Let's take them. Come on, admit it. You just want to pop them, right? Was it that obvious? Poppers. I suppose it can hurt? Huh? Where'd they go? Into my pocket. A classic party noisemaker. Pull the string, it goes bang. Not very clue-worthy. A hot dog stand. It's closed. Christmas fringe looks a little half-baked. Banner reads Samurai Dogs. Somebody needs to redecorate. A lineup of plastic benches. I guess the idea is you buy a dog and eat it here. I doubt anyone would sit here and eat on a day like this. Except maybe Maya, if she had a samurai dog. The trash can is empty. At least the place is well maintained. Wow, Gourd Lake is really big. Yeah. Say, Nick, why is it called Gourd Lake? Oh. Well, a long time ago, they used to throw gourds here. Whoa, no way! I'm sure it was because the lake looked like a gourd when viewed from above. You know, like an hourglass shape? Well, it is shaped like a gourd, actually, but that's just a coincidence. Oh, okay. Huh, I almost didn't see that signpost. Left boat docks, right exit. Already? Clues. December 25th, boat rental shop. Nick, what is this place? A boat rental shop. Closed for Christmas, it seems. I guess a murder taking place on one of the boats wouldn't be good for business either. Boats. I've never ridden on a boat. Really? Well, how about we go out on one when the trial is finished? Hey, good idea. You bet. Small boat rental shop. Doesn't look like anyone is around. Probably closed because it's Christmas. There's some boats floating at the dock. Was one of these boats used in the murder, I wonder? Nick? Huh? I changed my mind. I don't really want to go for a boat ride. There's more forest off that way. I doubt I'd find any useful clues up in there. Can I do a southern lady? Y'all ain't right. Okay, yeah. December 25th. Gourd Lake Woods. I like it here, Nick. Look, someone's camping. Got guts camping at the scene of a murder. Hey, Nick! If they were camping here last night, they might know something about the murder. That's true. Good call, Maya. Let's go talk to him. This SUV has seen better days. It's dented all over. Can't believe anyone would drive their car down here. Sign says no camping. Funny place to pitch your tent. Wait, what if the sign said no setting tents on fire? I don't think they have signs like that. Oh. Trees grow quite thick here. Further back, the trees fade into the shadow where the sunlight can't reach them. Hey, Nick. What? Don't tell me you're hungry again. No. I was just wondering, why are camping pots and pans made of aluminum? They didn't talk about that in any of the law books. So there's no law saying they have to be made out of aluminum, then? I'm not having this conversation. There's food and some magazines on the sheet. Takes a pretty tough skin to camp in the cold. This camera has a mic and some sort of attachment. It must take pictures when triggered by a noise. Wow, cool! Let's try it out. Hi, I'm Nick. Maybe I'm not saying it loud enough. Hey, I'm Nick! Huh? Will you stop that? Maybe it's broken. Don't kick it. Maybe it isn't set to respond to voices. Well, what then? These things? Party poppers? Well, it responded. Y'all? Hey, you, get your hands off of that. What in the Sam Hill? Look what you done. There goes a whole roll of film. Sorry's nice, but it don't pay my bills. Y'all know how much a roll of that film costs? I'll pay you back. What were y'all thinking sending off a party popper in a place like this? Well... What? Don't try to play stupid with me just cause you think I'm some country bumpkin. Yeah, I know y'all Yanks think. I say those southern folks talk with that exaggerated drawl. Well, they must be dumb. Well, let me tell you, just because might be dumb don't mean we all are. Nick, help? And who are you now? Or chaperone? Yeah, no, rather, we're sort of friends? Just figure out what y'all are gonna say and say it for bejesusum's sake. God, I'd rather sit through one of Papa's draws than listen to you stutter all day. Oh boy. I guess we should pay her for the film. Watch it! Yes, ma'am. On second thought, I'll pay later. I'm really sorry. Camera is rigged to respond to noise, but it only responds to loud noises, like a party popper. What? Can't you see I'm changing the film on my camera here? Someone, I'm not naming any names, but someone used up a whole roll. Sorry. That didn't work. I wonder if I have anything to show her that would get her attention. What? Can't y'all see, okay. Not even slightly different. I'm a lawyer. This is my badge. Huh? Aren't badges supposed to be all shiny and impressive? You a cop or something? I'm a lawyer. What? Y'all ain't gonna try and pull one of them lawsuits on me over that film now. Cause I'll have y'all know that I'm a fighter, and I'll wrestle meaner-looking things than you. No, that's not it at all. We're here investigating a murder that took place here on the lake. A murder? Sounds cool. Why don't y'all say that in the first place? Go ahead, ask me anything you like. Finally, some cooperation. You two, y'all can come out of hiding now. I won't bite hard. Come to think of it, where did Maya get to? Sorry. I was feeling a little overwhelmed. The culture gap and all. Never you mind, honey. I can talk yank for you if you, if it pleases you. Thanks. I think I'll be okay. Great then. I'm Lotta Hart, but y'all can call me Lotta. I'm here photographing meteor showers for a research project. Mighty pleased to meet you. Oh yeah. When was that murder, anyway? I ain't seen much television lately. It happened late in the night on Christmas Eve. That's so. Christmas Eve? A man on a boat was shot. Did you see anything? Well, let me see. A boat, you say? I reckon I might have seen one. Not sure, though. Y'all gotta remember, I've been watching this here lake for a good 3 days now. I've seen enough boats to choke a mule. Kinda hard to remember which I seen when. So what is it you do, Lotta? Huh? Me? Haha, y'all don't really want to know that, do you? Actually, I'm a research student at Country U, right in the heart of the Heartland. Wow, neat! Nick, she's a research student at a university, Country U. So I hear. So when did you come up here? Let me see. I guess it was about 3 days ago. What are you photographing? Didn't I tell you all that already? Meteors. Yep, meteor showers. Falling stars. That's quite a camera you have there. Y'all better know it. It's German-made, genuine Solingen. Isn't that where they make knives? So what's that device you have stuck to the camera? Huh? Device? Your camera went off all by itself when I fired my party popper. Oh, that. The mic triggers the shutter when it detects certain sounds. It's programmed to pick up loud noises right now. A programmable camera? Neat! Set to automatically take a picture when a loud noise is detected. Faces the lake. Lotta? Yeah? So your camera, it triggers on loud explosion noises? Yep. Actually, the victim in the case we're researching, he was shot with a pistol. A pistol? Right. Now, wouldn't a gunshot make a similar noise to our party popper? I guess it would. Your camera didn't get a picture of the murder, did it? Hey, y'all are pretty bright. Huh? Yeah, I see what you're saying. Tell you what, I'll have a look-see at my film. It would have been a photo taken late last night. I checked him once. I don't remember if there was anything. If there was anything on him, though. But what if I got something? I could be a witness to a genuine murder. Yeehaw! Yeah, I'll go check that film. Y'all come back now, you hear? She went inside her SUV. I guess we should come back later. The Badger. Ow. Police Department, Criminal Affairs. I guess Detective Gumshoe is still in that meeting. Hey! Well, thanks for coming down, pal. Detective Gumshoe. We just finished the meeting, for better or worse. I get the feeling we're in for some bad news. Sorry, I'm drawing a blank. Do you know anything about the victim yet? No, still can't ID him. Has Mr. Edgeworth said anything? Not a word. So how did the meeting go? I can't tell you, pal. You're a lawyer. True. You know. I don't know what to believe anymore. Sure, Mr. Edgeworth's human like you or me. Still, get the feeling that if he'd done something wrong, he wouldn't go hiding it. That's just the kind of guy he is. Why can't anyone else see that? So they think that Mr. Edgeworth did it? Well, the trial's starting tomorrow as scheduled. I see. Hey, in the end, you did tell us about the meeting. Don't go telling anyone else, pal. Yes, sir. And, do me a favor. Stand by, Mr. Edgeworth. He needs help, and you're the ones to help him. I'm sure he's got some reason why he won't talk to us. Thanks, Detective Gumshoe. That must be one of the detectives. He's mumbling something to himself. Alright, hands against the wall, all of you. Don't even think about escaping, I got eyes in the back of my head. He must be doing image training for arrests. These are the detectives' desks. There are computers and files on each one. Funny, they're a lot tidier than I'd expected. I guess the detectives don't spend a lot of time at their desks. Hey, is that the police department's mascot? That's the Blue Badger. It was my idea. I made it. It's my mascot. I see. How nice. I'll get him assigned mascot of the Criminal Affairs Department if it's the last thing I do. Good luck. Poster of a female police officer. Wait, no, that's the latest Babes in Uniform calendar. My bad. Must be the chief of the detectives here. He's glued to his computer screen. What? Gord Lake? Gordy sighted? I don't believe it. Shouldn't you be reading something more important? Detective Gumshoe, how come you trust Mr. Edgeworth so much? Well, I think that was obvious. He was a strong we got a strong working relationship, us two. We trust each other, and that's how it works. A working relationship? See, Mr. Edgeworth always gets his defendants declared guilty every time. Yeah, his methods might be a little extreme at times. But there's a reason. He trusts our investigation, see? He trusts us to get the right man. That's why I work extra hard, pal. I've got to earn that trust he places in us. I see. Mr. Edgeworth is a man you can trust. And you have my word on that. I was wondering, did you ever get that autopsy report? Oh, that? Yeah, I made a copy for you. Time of death, sometime on the 24th or 25th. Cause 1 bullet shot to the heart. Thank you. Nick? Huh? Can you show me that photo of the victim? That face. Someone you know? I don't know. I just have this feeling that I met him somewhere a long time ago. Well, I hope it helps you, pal. Thanks, Detective. Hey, y'all. Lotta. Wait up a sec. We got bingo. Bingo? My automatic camera took 2 pictures last night. Hey. This is them. Take a look. Wait. See? He's shooting in with that pistol. It looks like that, yes. But you can't really tell who that is shooting. Yeah, well, there was enough fog out there last night to strangle a bullfrog. But, you know, seeing these photos reminded me of something. What? I saw the murder happen. I'm a witness. What? Are you serious? No, of course. How do you forget? Never mind. Y'all reckon I should tell the cops? I reckon so. What's that? Now don't y'all be trying to mock my accent. I'm a sensitive lady. Hey, so I'm off to talk to the cops. Y'all can have this photo. Later. Wait, Lotta. What, can't y'all see I'm kind of busy? Tell us what you saw, too, please. Nice try, honey, but I wasn't born yesterday. I'm a witness, and that means I'm on the side of justice, and that means the cops. I'd sooner eat the south side of a northbound skunk than tell you. Lotta. Don't let it get your skivvies in a bunch. Friends today, enemies tomorrow. Or was that the other way around? No matter, I'm gone. Hey, maybe they'll let me do some testifying. Hot darn. She left. Well, that's one more witness. What do we do now, Nick? Well, if she saw something, there's not much we can do about it. Question is, what exactly did she see? I guess we'll find out in the trial tomorrow. Taken automatically at 12:15 a.m. Don't do it. Looks like the police have given up their interviewing. No. 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 Hey. I know it's you. Ah! Nick, I think Santa's mad at you. Long time no see, Nick. Nick? You know Santa? Wow, Nick and Saint Nick. Hey, I see the connection. Don't be ridiculous. Dude, it's me. Larry. What are you doing here? Ain't it obvious? I'm working my day job. I sell samurai dogs. Want one? Gotta get money for dates, you know. My girl Kiyansi. My girl Kiyanse. No? It'd be like an asterisk up here. Or what is that? So it's Kiyansi, I think. My girl Kiyansi deserves the best. Kiyansi? Not another model, I hope. Oh, Kiyansi's a fine woman, Nick. It was her idea that I wear this costume. She was all, you go, girlfriend, you know? She bought me this costume for me. That's great, Larry. Wow, a Santa costume. She must be really nice. Whoa, cute. Nick, who's she? She's not your... Not my what? No, she's not. I'm his partner, Maya Fey. I'm, the little sister. Sister? Wow, Nick. Must be tough. Working 9 to 5, having to take care of little sister. No, I'm not Nick's sister. I'm my old sister's little sister. Huh. Sounds great. Don't worry, Maya. He's not listening. I don't want to talk to this man. Don't make me talk to this man. Hey, Nick. Benches. Let's take a break. Maybe have a dog? I think not. It's too cold to sit and eat hot dogs out here. Wimpy city boy. You should try standing under a freezing waterfall sometime. Can't get over the samurai dogs. The original samurai dogs, no less. Hey man, whoever calls their product the original first wins. Why don't you add world famous to the sign? Hey, good idea! have I done? I cannot pin down a voice for you. No, I don't got a good voice for him. Hey, Larry. There was a murder here last night. And since you work here, have you heard anything? Nick, you're wasting your time. Last night was Christmas Eve. He was with Keonce, obviously. He wouldn't have been standing out here in the cold. Oh. I think what you just said caught him off guard, Maya. No, it's just Keonce's not in town right now. She's in Hawaii on a photo shoot. A model. I knew it. Well, anyway, there was a murder here on the lake. The trial's tomorrow. Huh? Oh, neat. The defendant is Edgeworth. Miles Edgeworth. Nick? Why would Larry know Edgeworth? What? Nick? You don't mean that Miles Edgeworth? Old Edgy? Yeah, he's a murder suspect. Whoa! Murder? Huh? You know Mr. Edgeworth, Larry? Yeah, of course. Edgy was in the same school as us in grade school. What? Tell me about the dogs. Huh? Oh, you mean the samurai dogs? Why are they samurai dogs? Now, I mean, they kind of look gourd-shaped. Oh, well, originally, they were gourd dogs. You know, like guard dogs. Ouch. Samurai thing was Beyonce's idea. Oh, she's my woman, you know. She was all, change the name and you go, girlfriend. And she made me that banner. Man, the kids can't get enough of these samurai dogs. Something about that just seems wrong. Oh, and guess what? We're getting a ton of customers here at the lake with that big news. The big news? Yeah, Gordy. Gordy? So Mr. Edgeworth was your classmate, Larry? Yeah, Nick, him, and I used to hang out all the time. Wow, I never knew. Don't get me wrong, he's always been kind of a stick in the mud. Studying all the time, trying to be like father. Like his father? Yeah, Edgy's pop was a famous defense lawyer back in the day. Wow. Wait, you said defense lawyer? Yeah. Wait a second. But Mr. Edgeworth is a prosecuting attorney. What? Edgy's got a proboscis on his knee? No, he's a prosecuting attorney. That's like the total opposite of a defense lawyer. Huh? Go figure. He always used to talk about defending the weak who were unable to defend themselves. Man, he used to go on and on about man's duty to society and all that. What a bore. I wonder what changed his mind, though. Do you know Nick? Nick? What's Gordy? Huh? You mean you don't know? It's here in this very lake. A giant, mysterious monster. Gordy. Monster? Yeah. Check it out. This is an article from yesterday's newspaper. There's a photo. Wow, it's really real. Giant life form appears in Gourd Lake. Nick, a monster, a real monster. Hey. Yeah. It's probably just a log or something, right? Hey, there's a quote here from the person who took the photo. What's this? I set the camera to automatic, and when we got into the frame, I heard a loud bang, like an explosion, followed by the sound of something slipping into the water. I wish I could have seen it. Why would there be a sound like an explosion? Larry, could I borrow this article from you? Sure, no problem. That'll be $1 million. Oh, 1 million? Grow up, Larry. Article about a monster sighted at Gourd Lake. I'm a lawyer. Huh? Oh, that's your attorney's badge, isn't it? Dude, you really helped me out back in that trial. Sorry, I can't really pay you. Because you blow it all on Kianci? But you can have all the dogs you want. Really? Larry, if you let her at your dogs, you won't have any left for the other customers. Hey, no problem. That's what makes her happy, you know? How many times do I have to remind you that it was me who got you off the hook? Not a gumshoe in sight. If you're looking for Detective Gumshoe, he's in the questioning room. Apparently an important witness turned up. He'll be in there for a while. Lot of heart. It has to be. Uh-oh. That must be one of the detectives. He's mumbling something. Move in the crowd. Wear drab clothes. Never enter the target's field of vision. He must be doing image training for trailing. Nothing. What is it? Oh, nothing. Just something's been bothering me. Could you show me that autopsy report once more? Hey, I remember now. This guy. He's a lawyer that was at that office Mia worked at. I met him once when I went there to hang out with Fifth. That office? Wait. You mean Grossberg's office? Right, that guy. That was the last name I expected to come up. Maybe I should go talk to him, for old time's sake. The police have pretty much made up their mind that Edgeworth did it. And Mr. Edgeworth won't tell us anything. I guess we could go look for clues down by the lake. Right. Thoughts. Yeah, why won't Edgeworth tell us anything? And why did he refuse to ask for our help? What a jerk. Grossberg Law Offices. Oh, that old familiar clearing of the throat. You're Mia's something or other, right? I was her understudy, yes. Phoenix Wright. And you're Mia's something too, are you not? Her little sister, yes. You've grown. You've come to look a lot like your sister, you know. Takes me back. Ah, the days of my youth. Like the scent of fresh lemon, you see. Mr. Grossberg, sir. Yes, I beg your pardon. Of course you came here to discuss the thing. What is it then? Something the matter? Table for clients. We should put things on our client's table, too. I'm not really into smoking. We could put out candy or gum. Classy. Why is that wall over there a different color? A big painting was hanging there until recently. Huh? What happened to it? Well, he gave it to someone. I bet he gave it to some romantic interest. Love blooms eternal, Nick. Yeah. Expensive-looking mahogany bookshelf. Funny, they don't seem to have been read. Well, then let's take them back to our office. He won't miss them. We don't need them. Then we can take that wooden bear. It is kind of cute. Solid mahogany desk. Hey, Nick, I want a desk like that for our office, too. I don't know. I don't think that I'm ready to sit at a desk like that yet. Huh? I meant for me. You better start saving your allowance, then. Alrighty. There was a murder last night.
A murder?
You haven't heard?
I just got up, you see.
Well, Miles Edgeworth shot someone with a pistol.
Edgeworth? What? Who did he shoot?
Well, the identity of the victim is still unknown.
This is terrible news indeed.
I guess he hadn't heard anything. I'm a lawyer.
Oh, you've really grown up in the past few years, my dear. How proud Mia would be if she could see you now.
She said she was more worried about me than anything. Just go on and take the compliment, will you?
So, this camera on the lake takes a photo whenever it hears an explosion sound?
That's what she said.
It just so happens to be set on the beach pointing out at the lake?
Yes, she said it was to photograph shooting stars.
Shooting stars, explosions. What's the connection? I'd be suspicious of that witness if I'd be suspicious of this witness of yours. Strange. I feel as though I've seen this man somewhere before. Blah!
Did you remember?
He was a lawyer, here in my office. That's Hammond. Robert Hammond.
Mr. Hammond?
And you say this is the man Miles Edgeworth shot? Oh, this is the moment the crime took place, eh?
Yes.
Can't really say for sure that's Edgeworth. I'm not sure whether that's a good thing or a bad thing. Not sure at all. My apologies.
Mr. Grossberg, whatever happened to that painting?
Oh, yes. I do not think it shall ever be coming back home to this office. I can't exactly claim it as stolen. I suppose it's my just desserts. Old, bitter desserts.
Who is this Hammond guy, anyways?
Mr. Hammond. He was the defense attorney in that case.
That case?
Yes, the DL6 incident.
DL6? Why does that sound so familiar?
Perhaps you remember?
I'm sure someone mentioned it during the trial for Mia's murder.
That was the incident where the police were so at a loss they used a spirit medium.
Wait, you don't mean... Was that medium my mother?
Yes, my dear. The spirit medium Misty Fay, your mother, contacted the spirit of the victim. But the case was a loss. No conviction was made. The DL6 incident, yes. It happened 15 years ago. A very strange case indeed.
They never caught the criminal, right?
Correct. Misty Fay used her powers to talk to the spirit of the late victim. Their testimony led to charges being laid against one man. But Mr. Hammond won the case, and the suspect was declared innocent.
And the police blamed my mother, calling her a fraud? They were the one who helped her out then, right, Mr. Grossberg?
Yes. Yes, of course.
Thank you.
No, please. Don't mention it.
DL6. Never thought I'd hear that name again. But wait, what does that case have anything to do with Mr. Edgeworth?
It had everything to do with Mr. Edgeworth, my dear. The victim in the DL6 incident was none other than his father, Gregory Edgeworth.
What? His father?
If you want to know more, you should ask him yourself. Show him this. I'm sure he'll talk to you.
Wait. This is a photograph of my mother. An old photograph. DL6 Incident Exhibit A. What's this? I was hoping you'd gotten my message the first time. Edgeworth, what about your defense? No concern of yours. Guess he hadn't found anyone yet. Your attorney's badge? Can't say I really want to see one of those right now. I'm sorry, I can't think of anything I want to say about that. Who would have thought there'd be a photo? Edgeworth, did you shoot him? What do you think, Wright? I don't think you're the kind to point a gun at anyone, no. So you didn't shoot him? No, I didn't. Wasn't me. Can I ask you about the murder? Right. I'll ask you again. Just leave me alone. Please, try to understand. I'm not doing this to prove I'm tough or because I look down on you. I just don't want you anywhere near this case, understand? Why did you go to Gourd Lake? I have no intention of telling you. Nor apparently would you tell Detective Gumshoe. Detective Gumshoe was really worried about you. Edgeworth. It's only been a matter of hours since you last visited. Yet you've made incredible progress in your investigation. I'll admit it, I'm impressed, Wright. You were always single-minded in your work, though. Once you start on something, you always see it through, don't you? About the DL6 incident. Right. DL6. I didn't want you to find out about it. That is why I refused your offer to defend me. I'm sorry if it sounded like I thought you weren't up to the job. I just wanted to keep you away from DL6. So, do you still think it would have been better for me to stay away? I don't know, but I see no point in hiding anything from you now. Very well. Ask whatever you like, and I will answer to the best of my abilities. The DL6 incident was when my father died. Right before my eyes. He was shot and killed, and I saw it all. My memories from that time are foggy. I suppose it's a self-defense mechanism. In any case, the suspect was arrested. A man. And it's pretty clear he was the only one who could have shot my father. The spirit medium they used to talk to my late father said the same thing. It was an attorney by the name of Robert Hammond that cleared the suspect's name. And Hammond is the victim in the Gourd Lake murder? Correct. That spirit medium. That was my mom. What? You mean you're? It's strange. I thought that terrible incident was about to end. And now this. About to end? The DL6 incident happened 15 years ago. 15 years ago, on December 28th. December 28th? The statute of limitations on the case runs out in 3 days. What? Nick, what does that mean? When a case's statute of limitation runs out, legally, the case never happened. 3 days from now, DL6 will be closed. Forever. What happened to the suspect? The one who got off innocent? I don't know. He disappeared from public view. Nobody knows where to. If he's still alive, he'd be about 50 years old now. I guess I can understand why he'd go into hiding. It'd be hard to live a normal life after being a murder suspect in such a big case. So was your father a lawyer? He was. Gregory Edgeworth. He was quite famous at the time, apparently. So you were sort of trying to follow in his footsteps. I'd rather not talk about it. Right. It pains me to ask you this now. I know, you want us to defend you. Yes. Will you? Ah, who could have guessed this day would come? Not me. This is my chance to finally pay you back. Pay him back? Pay me back? For what? I don't remember ever doing anything for you. Never mind. I guess you don't really need to know. Huh? My letter of request. Please give it to Detective Gumshoe. Document proving Edgeworth's request for an attorney. Well, I guess we should... What's that? Earthquake? Nick! It's a big one! What? It's calming down. Whew, that was scary. Huh? Where's Edgeworth? There. He's on the floor in a ball, shivering. I guess he doesn't do well with earthquakes. I've heard of running, but curling up in a ball? Well, I guess we're done. Mr. Edgeworth doesn't seem like he's going to stand up anytime soon. Let's go, Nick.
Right.
We have to give Edgeworth's letter of request to Detective Gumshoe.
What's going on here?
What's wrong, Detective?
This wild lady comes in here just a while ago. Says she came to talk y'all without... She says she came to talk to y'all after hearing what Mr. Wright had to say. Well, that's about all. What's this all about, pal?
A lot of heart.
Why are you going around finding more witnesses? You want to give Mr. Edgeworth a death sentence, pal?
No, not at all. Just... I mean, she did see something. There's nothing I can do about that. I can't go around covering up evidence.
You trying to say something about the way I do my job?
No, sir.
Hey, pal, there's only one thing I want to see from you, and that's a letter of request.
So, what did Miss Hart say?
She says she saw Mr. Edgeworth fire the pistol.
What?
She even had a photograph to prove it.
Right, I saw it too. But you really can't tell from the photo who it is shooting.
That's why she said she's going to enlarge the photo. She says it'll drop the quality a mite, but should let us see who's who.
He can do that? Okay, so there's going to be an enlarged photograph that shows Edgeworth in the act. Great. Just great.
In any case, she's going to be the one testifying tomorrow.
Huh? What happened to the other witness?
Well, apparently there was a cancellation.
Cancellation?
I'm afraid tomorrow is going to be life or death for poor Edgeworth. We got a witness who says she saw the very moment of the murder. And we got a photo taken when the shot rang out.
I'd say that sounds like a pretty unwinnable case. But wait, what did Mia used to say? If he's innocent, there's gotta be something I've overlooked.
Sounds like Mr. Edgeworth is going to ask the state to assign a public defender. I was just asked to file the paperwork. But you still got time, pal. Go talk to him again. For me, please. You have to convince him. You have to make him let you defend him, please. I know you're the only one who can do it, pal. You're the only one who can save Mr. Edgeworth.
Look at what I got.
Hey, you did it, pal. Glad I waited till the last minute to file those papers. I'll rip them up and start new ones for you.
Thanks, Detective. Well, see you in court tomorrow, then.
Good luck, pal. Hey, you guys feel that earthquake a little while back? I was worried.
Worried? We're fine. I've lived out here my whole life. I'm pretty used to them by now.
Well, I wasn't worried about you two. I was worried about Mr. Edgeworth.
Oh, right. He did seem to overreact a little now that you mention it.
Yeah, well, I'm not surprised. It was a pretty big quake. I'm going to go check on him. You two go eat and get your rest for tomorrow's trial. Later.
I wonder what it is with Mr. Edgeworth and earthquakes. I wonder. He was never that scared of them when he was in school. Then again, I only really got to know him in 4th grade. He transferred to another school after that. I wonder what happened to Edgeworth. Okay. I need to know because that felt long. An hour. Damn. Fuck it. Let's proceed with the trial. December 26th, 9:44 a.m. District Court, Defendant Lobby number 2. Karma. That's right. Manfred von Karma. He's the best prosecutor there is. He hasn't lost a case in his 40-year career. He's a god of prosecution, right? A god. Not a single case? He'll do anything to get a guilty verdict. Anything. Sounds like someone else I know, Edgeworth. You don't understand. I mean, he'll really do anything. Manfred von Karma is a man to be feared. It's quite a claim coming from someone who forges evidence. He taught me what it really means to prosecute. What? Just picture a prosecutor as vicious as me, multiplied by a factor of 10. So he was your teacher then, Mr. Edgeworth? Something like that. And now he's trying to get you found guilty? What a creep. Oh, wait. Maybe he's planning on losing on purpose to help you out. Not a chance. He hasn't lost once in 40 years. 40 years! He's as ruthless as me times 20. That's pretty ruthless. Like I said, he's a god among prosecutors. I guess that's something like Mia was to me. Speaking of Mia. Hey, Maya. Uh-huh? We could really be using Mia's help right now, don't you think? Oh. I can't. Sorry. I tried. I really tried, but I couldn't reach. You couldn't reach? I think it's because I haven't been training. My powers are weak again. Oh man, what bad timing. I'm really sorry. I'll try my best. I hope so. What are you whispering about? Oh, it's nothing. Well, it's time. Let's head in. December 26th, 10 a.m. District Court, courtroom number 3.
Court is now in session for the trial of Mr. Miles Edgeworth.
The defense is ready, Your Honor.
Mr. Von Karma, is the prosecution ready?
Fool. You seriously think that I would stand here were I not completely prepared?
Right, my apologies.
He's even got the judge scared.
Very well, your opening statement, please.
Decisive evidence. A decisive witness. What else could possibly be required?
Nothing, of course. That should be fine. The prosecution may call its first witness.
What's with this guy? Is he royalty or something? How am I supposed to fight against this? I call the detective in charge of this case, Detective Dick Gumshoe. Okay, Gumshoe's first. Let's see how this goes. Describe the incident, now.
Yes, sir.
Detective Gumshoe looks nervous. Please take a look at this map. The murder happened late Christmas Eve, around midnight. There was one boat in the very middle of the lake. There were 2 men on the boat. Now, there happened to be a woman camping here on the edge of the lake. At 12:10 a.m., she heard 2 pistol shots. When the boat started to move, It went towards the boat rental shop. Overhead map of Gourd Lake. Testify to the court about the arrest. Now.
Oh, wait, Mr. Von Karma.
Yes.
Actually, I'm the one that's supposed to be handling these proceedings.
Wrong. There is only one thing you need to do here. You will slam down your gavel and say the word guilty. That is your role.
Yes, of course. You're quite right.
No, he's not. The arrest of Edgeworth. A man called in the station around 30 minutes after midnight. We headed to the scene of the crime as fast as we could. That's where we found Mr. Edgeworth. Now, I didn't suspect him of anything at all. But the next morning, a body was found in the lake. We had to arrest Mr. Edgeworth.
I see. Very well.
Begin your cross-examination, attorney. Now. A man called in the station around 30 minutes after midnight. You received a call from a man. Yep. But you said there was a woman camping there. She was the one who heard the 2 gunshots, right? That woman and the man who called in the report are 2 different people, obviously. Different people? There were 2 witnesses. Their testimonies were quite similar, however. Today I've summoned the woman who was camping. The woman who was camping? Lot of heart. What happened next, detective? We headed to the scene of the crime as fast as we could. Oops. We headed to the scene of crime as soon as we could. How long was it between you receiving the report and your arrival at the lake? Well, I'd say it was about 3 minutes. Pretty fast. Our motto for the month is get there quick. Detective, you will refrain from casually revealing department secrets. Yes, sir. Sorry, sir. I look forward to the next year's salary review. So much to look forward to these days. This is no time for dejected daydreaming. Continue. Yes, sir. And that's where we found Mr. Edgeworth. What was Mr. Edgeworth like when you saw him there? Well, from what I saw, he looked pretty relaxed. Not like a murderer at all, really.
Detective, the court requires the facts, not your opinion. How many years have you been on the force? Facts only, detective. Hard, cold, objective facts.
Yes, sir. Man, he's got his share of objections. Now, I didn't suspect him of anything at all. Why didn't you think he was suspicious? You should know. We have a deep, trusting relationship with the prosecutors.
Detective, the court isn't interested in your musings. Deep, trusting, poppycock. I've never heard so many flippant comments from an active detective on the force.
Detective Gumshoe doesn't look so good.
Continue, now.
The next morning, a body was found in the lake. Did you find any clues on the body? A single bullet was recovered from the body. It was shot through the heart, fatally.
Judge, here's the bullet. Didn't strike bone, so its shape is well preserved.
Very well. The court accepts this bullet into evidence. Found in the victim's body fired from a .22 caliber pistol. So we had to arrest Mr. Edgeworth. Why is that? Well, we found the murder weapon in the boat. Murder weapon? A pistol.
Detective Gumshoe, that is a vital piece of information. Please revise your testimony.
Right. Sorry, sir. The murder weapon was found in the boat. Murder weapon we found in the boat was decisive evidence. What about this? What about the pistol made it decisive evidence? He has the same evil laugh as Edgeworth. Well, there were fingerprints on the pistol found in the boat. They were clear prints for Mr. Edgeworth's right hand. What?
Order! Order! Oh, Mr. Edgeworth's fingerprints were found on the murder weapon.
Yes, Your Honor.
Judge, this is the weapon in question. Accepted into evidence.
Murder weapon, .22 caliber, fired 3 times. Bears prints from Edgeworth's right hand.
Members of the court. We now have the pistol used in the murder, and the bullet found in the body. Detective.
Yes, sir.
Was the bullet found in the body fired from this pistol?
Yes, the ballistic markings on the bullet match the pistol. Hey, Nick. What does he mean, ballistic markings?
Shocking. To imagine someone here does not know something as basic as ballistic markings.
Nick, he's glaring at me.
Very well, I'll explain. Actually, Judge, you do it. Me? Ballistic markings are like the fingerprints of a gun. The barrel leaves distinctive markings on each bullet it fires. You can examine these ballistic fingerprints to see which gun fired the shot. It's quite accurate. Indeed. This leads to one inevitable conclusion. The bullet found in the victim's heart was, without a doubt, fired from this pistol. This pistol, which, as you may recall, was covered with the defendant's own fingerprints. Order! Order!
Bad. This makes it look like Edgeworth did it.
Well, Judge.
I'd say it's almost decisive, yes? I started doing gumshoe.
Well, I'd say it's almost decisive, yes. Honestly, I could declare a verdict at this point. However, you wish to hear the witness speak, no doubt. Very well. I am somewhat fatigued, and so I will take a brief break. I will call my witness after the recess, which will last 10 minutes. Judge. Yes? What are you doing? 10-minute recess. Now.
But wait,
Just bang your flimsy gavel and get on with it, man. Yes.
This court will take a 10-minute recess. Who's running this court anyway? Could say it's a circus. Alright. December 26, 11:09 a.m. District Court, Defendant Lobby number 2. Edgeworth, what's going on here? Your fingerprints were on the murder weapon? That foggy photo makes one thing clear. The only one who could have shot that man was the person in the photo. True. Was that you in the boat? Yes, it was me. What? But you must believe me, I didn't shoot him. Then who did? I don't know. You don't know? Weren't you right there? I heard a gunshot from very close by. Then the other man fell from the boat. I can't say why, but I thought at the time that he had shot himself. You mean it was a suicide? That's the only explanation I can come up with. Huh? How am I going to convince anyone of that? Hey, Maya. Huh? What? Any progress with Mia? Oh. Sorry, it's no good. I know. I'm no good for anything, am I, Nick? If I can't call my sister, I might as well not be here, right? No, of course not. I need you here. I can see you're always trying to help out. Even if you don't actually help, it's the thought that counts, right? It's okay, Nick. You don't have to make me feel better. I don't know anything about trials or defense. What's more, I'm a spirit medium who can't even contact spirits. Everyone has their off days. I mean, I've just been getting lucky lately. But you never know when my luck is gonna run out. Really? Whoa, Mr. Wright. Don't jinx this case any more than it already is. It's bad for my heart. Oh. Sorry. Whoops.
Court is back in session. Mr. Von Karma, call your witness. Yes. Will Miss Lotta Hart take the stand? Lotta Hart, you are a research student at a university.
That I am.
Good. Begin by telling us what you saw the night of the incident. And don't add anything trivial or subjective. Understand?
Y'all need to learn some manners.
Understand.
Yeah, I understand.
Very well. Your testimony, please.
Witness's account. It was Christmas Eve, just after midnight, I reckon. I was in my car. I heard this bang come up from the lake. When I looked out the window, I saw two gents in a boat. Then there was another bang. There wasn't nary a thing on that lake but that boat. Hell.
Enough.
Huh?
Judge, she happened to take a photo of the incident. This is that photo. Accept it as evidence.
Well, this is a surprise. This looks like the very moment of the murder.
Order! I will remove people from this courtroom if I do not have order immediately. The witness testified she looked at the lake when she heard the shot. There was no other boat on the lake. But the man in the boat with the victim must have been the one who shot him. Yes, it was the defendant, Miles Edgeworth. Order! 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 I will have order! Well, Judge. The evidence is decisive. I have very little doubt about this case. Very well. This court finds the defendant.
Wait, Your Honor. I haven't cross-examined the witness yet.
A cross-examination. We have photographic proof. What question could there possibly be? This photo is worth 1,000 words, and they all read guilty. You lose. Or do you claim to have found a contradiction in her testimony? Very well. If you have to, you may cross-examine the witness. You will only flounder and ask meaningless questions. You will fail to find anything. And then I will have you held in contempt of court.
Nick? Contempt? Contempt of court, you know? I guess I understand. Well, what are you gonna do? Do you really think there was a contradiction with the facts in her testimony? I think I noticed one little thing. Wow, I'm impressed, Nick. I didn't notice anything. Right, let's take him on. Yeah, I got a bad feeling about this. I understand. I will cross-examine the witness.
Very well. I pray for your sake this is not a waste of time.
It was Christmas Eve, just after midnight, I reckon. Just after midnight, you say? In other words, it was no longer Christmas Eve, but Christmas Day. Huh? Oh, yeah, well, yeah.
I know you want to find contradictions, but really... I hope your next contradiction is a little more relevant to the trial. Witness, continue your testimony.
I was in my car. Why were you camping there anyway? Oops. I'm a research student at my university. I was taking pictures to use in my research. What research? This all sounds suspicious. Miss Hart, could you please be more specific about your research?
What does the witness's motive in camping by the lake have to do with this case? The answer is nothing. I object to this line of questioning. Objection sustained.
Wait now, I'm the one who says that.
Well then say it already. Objection sustained.
Thanks for nothing, Your Honor. I heard this bang and came up from the lake. Come up from the lake? So you weren't looking at the lake at the time? Nope. I looked after I heard that noise.
You said that already. I asked you to find contradictions, not leisurely chat with the witness.
When I looked out the window, I saw two gents in a boat. Could you clearly see the two men? Yes, look at the picture. Clear enough for you? Uh-oh. Wait a second. I wasn't asking you about the photo. I was asking if you saw the two men. Well, yeah. Well, of course.
The witness has testified that she saw them. There's also a photo. You'd best look elsewhere for your precious contradictions.
He jumped in quick. He's hiding something. And then there was another bang. Were you watching the very moment the shot rang out? Well, yeah, sure.
You're asking meaningless questions. Meaningless! Contradictions, Mr. Wright. Not meaningless babble.
Von Karma, I think I hate you. He's trying to keep me from talking to the witness. What end? There wasn't nary a thing on the lake but that boat. Are you sure about that? Yeah, sure as a country gal can be. That sounds pretty sure. How come you're so sure? Well, heck, I scanned the whole lake. Scanned the whole lake? It almost sounds like she was more interested in the lake than the boat. Miss Hart, you...
Mr. Wright, the witness has answered the question in full. No need for further questions. Objection sustained.
That's what I'm...
Sustained.
Yes, of course. Oh, great.
Enough! Oh, enough! I think we've heard all we need to hear, Mr. Wright. Seems you are unable to find a contradiction in the testimony worth noting.
But, Your Honor...
You keep your promise. Mr. Wright, I'm afraid that I will have to penalize any further outburst by holding you in contempt of court. And if that happens, you will have to leave the courtroom immediately. Understood.
Huh? Nick. Lotta's testimony is fishy, Nick. Real fishy. I know what you mean. But, if I can't say anything, what can I do?
I believe we've considered the evidence sufficiently to make a decision. Then pass your judgment.
Very well. Mr. Miles Edgeworth, please take the stand.
Who said that?
It was me.
Maya. Is something wrong? Do you need to use the facilities?
No, I do not. Lotta Hart, your testimony stinks. It's unclear whether you were actually looking at the lake. It's highly doubtful that you actually saw Mr. Edgeworth. Tell us the truth. This is a matter of life or death. Lotta, did you really clearly see Mr. Edgeworth that night? Did you see him fire that pistol?
You will stand down. The court does not acknowledge the defense's outburst.
Answer me, Lotta. What's the big idea? Treat me like some kind of criminal. I saw him, I swear it. I saw Edgeworth.
Enough. Judge, I declare the defense in contempt of court. Yes, of course. I'm sorry, but you were warned. Guard, escort Mr. Wright out of the courtroom. He is in contempt of court and must leave.
No. No! Wait. I was the one who made the outburst, Your Honor. Nick is innocent.
Huh. What's the difference? All that remains is for the guilty verdict to be declared. Isn't that right, Mr. Wright?
Wrong.
What?
Did you hear what Miss Hart just said? She said she clearly saw Mr. Edgeworth. That was not in the testimony. That changes her testimony, and I have a right to cross-examine her again.
Order! 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 You're in contempt of court. It's too late for wild claims. Judge, sustain my objection.
I'm sorry, Mr. Von Karmer, but I cannot.
What?
Miss Lala Hart has made a new testimony. The defense does have a right to cross-examine her again.
But as he is in contempt of court.
No, I am. If you're going to arrest someone, arrest me.
Very well. My faith. You will leave the courtroom immediately.
Nick. I did what I could. You have to do the rest. Good luck.
Maya! I care not for this melodrama. Listen well, Mr. Wright. I do not tolerate badgering of my witness.
I'm running out of time. I better find a contradiction in here or else.
Mr. Wright, begin your cross-examination.
That last statement. I saw it clear as day. The man on the boat was Mr. Edgeworth. Well, what about the other man?
You cannot expect to be allowed to blithely ignore your promise, Mr. Wright. I believe you claim there was a contradiction in the witness's testimony. Well, find it. If you can.
Mr. Wright, I have to assign you a penalty. Damn. That's it? Uh-oh. I don't know if I can find anything in that. But I can't squander Maya's efforts either. I saw it clear as day. The man on the boat was Mr. Edgeworth. Okay. Got you. Got you, Miss Hart. Finally. What? You got what? Look at this photograph. The photo I took? The very same. There's something I want you to see in this photo. It's quite clearly visible. The fog, Miss Hart. So? This picture was taken with professional, high-quality film, correct? Yet even it could not capture the faces of the men on the boat. Yet you claim you saw Mr. Edgeworth? How? What?
Mr. Wright has a point. That's why I told her not to say that in her testimony, please.
Yet now she has said it, Mr. Von Karma. How could you possibly see Mr. Edgeworth? Explain yourself.
Miss Hart.
What?
Could you see the defendant that night?
Of course. I said I could, and I meant I could.
Then please testify as to the circumstances of your sighting.
Hang on. Alright, I'm back. I did it. I finally found a hole in Von Karma's carefully vague testimony. How Edgeworth was seen. You're right, it was a cold night and the fog was thick as grits. So, once I finished setting on my camera, I got back in the car. Still, I brought my binoculars with me. When I heard that noise out in the lake, I looked with my binoculars. See? No problem.
You used binoculars. Very well. You may begin your cross-examination, Mr. Wright.
This one better be good. You're right, it was a cold night and the mist was thick as grit. How thick is grit? So, how could you see Edgeworth? Now just hold your horses for a second. You hasty Yankee types never find a gal where I'm from.
Defense attorneys have trouble with that as is.
Nobody loves me. Oh my god, no. So, once I was finished setting up my camera, I got back in the car. Your camera? Yeah, it's got an automatic.
The issue we are concerned with here is Miss Hart seeing Mr. Edgeworth. The camera has nothing to do with this at all. Objection sustained.
He's not letting her answer any of my questions. Still, I brought my binoculars with me.
Binoculars?
Yeah, binoculars. Yesterday you mentioned that you were out looking for shooting stars, correct? Well, yeah. Wouldn't you need a telescope, not binoculars for that? Yeah. I've got doubts about your camera, too. Was that really there to take pictures of meteor showers?
The camera is irrelevant to this case.
You can't say that for certain.
Mr. Wright, is the camera really relevant to this case? If you believe it is, you may continue with this line of questioning. But know this. If you find nothing with this, there will be consequences. Well, Mr. Wright, do you wish to press further about the camera?
Okay, Your Honor. I withdraw my question. I have to remember who I'm dealing with. I bet Von Karma wants to trap me so he can put me in contempt. I think I'll hang back for now and see what happens. When I heard that noise out on the lake, I looked with my binoculars. There was a heavy fog. How could binoculars change that at all? Well, what do you mean? Even binoculars can't see through fog. But you say you clearly saw him. I did, yeah.
Enough. There is no room for doubt in her testimony.
She sounded pretty doubtful to me. But I have to find a clear contradiction first. I don't care how many Von Karma objections I get. I'm going to find a hole in this testimony if it's the last thing I do. So it's this one. This is make it or break it time. The camera is of utmost importance, Your Honor. It is perhaps the key to this entire case. Therefore, I will continue my line of questioning. Wow, maybe I went a little overboard there.
Very well. Miss Hart, you will testify to the court about the camera.
Yeah, I hear ya. Camera was set to take pictures of a meteor shower. Miss Hart, what made you choose that lake to photograph meteors? You know the fog gets thick on the lake. It's not very suited to stargazing. Yeah, well, you see, I guess I wasn't thinking too straight.
Mr. Wright, I will not have you badgering my witness because of her challenged intellect.
Now wait a minute.
Continue your testimony. You were saying how it was you who saw Edgeworth. No unnecessary comments, please.
You were photographing shooting stars? That's a lie. Says who? I saw the camera you set up yesterday. It was pointed directly at the lake. You have to point a camera upward to take photos of stars, Miss Hart.
Mr. Wright, what are you driving at?
The witness was not at the lake to photograph shooting stars, Your Honor.
Well then, what exactly was she photographing?
Your Honor, take a look at this. What was Miss Hart trying to photograph at the lake? No! Okay. Miss Hart, this is what you were trying to photograph.
What's this? Newspaper article? Gordy. Oh, the sighting at Gourd Lake.
Well, Miss Hart, I never heard of no lake monster. You got proof or something? Let's see you prove that I was down in the lake trying to photograph this Gordy. I have it. Proof.
Intriguing. Very well, let's see it. And no joking around this time, please. What is the proof that the witness was trying to photograph Gordy, the lake monster?
The proof, Miss Hart, is your own camera. Your camera was set to take photos in response to loud noises, correct? Thus, the photograph here, taken when a gun fired on the lake. And here, this article about Gordy. According to this article, Gordy made a loud noise when it emerged. Well, you were trying to photograph Gordy, weren't you? That's why you had set your camera to respond to loud noises.
Order! Order! I see. I too thought it was a little strange.
Yeah, sure. Well, Miss Hart, you were camping there to try and take a photo of Gordy, weren't you? Yeah. Not bad. Are all you lawyers that smart? So, smart boy, I was down there trying to photograph Gordy. You got me. So what? Huh? That don't change what I saw, does it?
Exactly. What you just used several precious minutes of our time to prove is nothing more than the witness is an idiot who thinks monsters exist.
Hey!
But as she so succinctly said, so what? It changes nothing.
Not true. You were hiding the whole thing about Gordy for some reason, I know it. But what could it have been? Whatever it is, I'm getting to the bottom of this.
Miss Hart, why did you hide the fact that you were searching for Gordy from the court? Please revise your testimony.
Right. Fine, I'll testify. Won't change nothing, though. Something will change. It has to. And I'm going to spot it. Lotta's new testimony. Well, actually, I'm not a research student at a university. I'm an investigative photographer. Imagine what a scoop it'd be if I got a picture of that monster. That's why I was camping out by the lake. But that's all I was hiding. When I heard the bang, I looked right straight out at the lake. There wasn't much else to look at, so I just watched that boat the whole time. Then I saw a flash near one of the men's hand, and I heard another gunshot. I was looking right at that boat the whole time. Cross my heart, hope to fry.
Well, Mr. Wright, you may cross-examine the witness. The witness's testimony is unchanged from before. Whether she is a research student or a photographer has no bearing on this case. There is no need to waste more of our time with another pointless cross-examination.
I claim the defense's right to cross-examine the witness, Your Honor. Von Karma's up to something, I know it. He doesn't want me to cross-examine her because... why? Was there a contradiction?
Very well. You may begin the cross-examination. Seem sure of yourself. You must have something in mind. Huh. That would be a first.
Very funny.
You understand that this is your last chance at a cross-examination, Mr. Wright. If there is no problem with the testimony this time, we will let the witness leave. I will announce my verdict at that time, Mr. Wright. Understood.
Yes, Your Honor. Does that mean I'm not allowed to press? Lotta's new testimony. Actually, I'm not a research student at a university. Let's try and press. Then what manner of person are you? I'm not sure. I'm half. I'm sorry, falutin'? I'm not sure I'm highfalutin enough to be called a manner in anything. I'm an investigative photographer. An investigative photographer? Yep. You got your photo and sell it to the press. You get your photo and sell it to the press. It's that kind of business. Hey, I was taking photos at my sister's graduation last year. And guess what? What? There was a UFO just hanging in the sky. A UFO? You know, an unidentified flying object, a UFO. That's when I had sort of a revelation. I knew I could become an investigative photographer. I see. Kind of a shaky basis for a career. Imagine what a scoop I'd bring if I got a picture of that monster. Is Gordy really all that newsworthy? Heck yeah, they even had him on the TV. I'm not sure that appearing on local news Rumor of the Month segment qualifies. Last month's segment was Bigfoot sighted on Acorn Hill, I believe. Hey, they also had a picture of him in the newspaper. For real.
Mr. Wright, this is one fight I do not believe you can win. Let's keep moving, shall we?
Yes, Your Honor. Hang on. I'm back. That's why I was camping out by the lake. That's why you put the automatic sensor on your camera? Yep, borrowed it from a university professor. It analyzes every sound it picks up, and when it gets a bang, it snaps a shot. Yep. How many pictures has it taken so far? The only time the camera triggered was that night. Well, that's all I was hiding. I think it's time you told us why you felt you had to hide your true purpose at the lake. Heck, if word got out what I was up to, the lake be swarming with competitors. Competitors? Yeah, second-rate shutterbugs trying to steal my scoop. That the only reason you were hiding the truth? Oh, well, actually...
Mr. Wright, I will not have you asking questions with no relevance to this case.
Whatever you say, Von Karma. I know you told her to keep quiet. When I heard the bang, I looked right straight out of the lake. Exactly what sort of sound was it? Well, I never heard one before, but I can say for sure, but it sounded like... Well, I never heard one before, so I can't say for sure, but it sounded like a gunshot. It was a lot sharper. It's a lot sharper sound than I would have expected. There wasn't much else to look at, so I just watched the boat the whole time. There wasn't much else to look at. Yep. I don't know. If she heard a bang and she thought Gordy was out there, I kinda doubt she'd waste any time looking at a boat. What did I do now? What are you giving me that look for? Definitely suspicious. Maybe it's time for some evidence.
Witness, continue.
Hold your hush puppies, Pops. I'm getting there. Then I saw a flash near one of the man's hand, and I heard another gunshot. Was there nothing on the lake but the boat at the time? Huh? Wait, so you're thinking maybe he was shot from some other place? I don't think so, nope. The lake was smooth as glass. Nobody was on the shore either. I better find some sort of contradiction in this testimony. I won't be able to beat Von Karma any other way. There has to be something. Wasn't much else to look at, so I just looked. I think I just present this again. Yeah. Miss Hart, were you really looking at that boat? What's with you? Of course I was looking at it. It was the only thing out there. Any normal person would look at it. I agree. Any normal person would. But you are far from normal. What? Y'all want to step over here and say that? You were camping at the lake to take a picture of Gordy. Think about it. What would you do if you heard a loud noise? You'd be scanning the lake for any sign of Gordy, that's what. You wouldn't give the boat a second thought.
Order! Continue, Mr. Wright.
You testified that you were watching the boat through binoculars. However, you wouldn't need binoculars to watch that boat. You needed them to search for Gordy, and that's what you were doing. Well? Well, now that y'all mention it, did sort of take my binoculars and kind of scan the lake a bit. I mean, Gordy might be out there and all.
Miss Hart, are you saying that you were not watching the boat then?
Sorry, y'all. I wasn't fibbing, really. I was just... I thought, I could be a witness to a murder and all. I kind of got excited. I was sure I was watching that boat. Till now.
This is totally uncalled for, but...
But hey, you got the photograph. You got proof.
Still, we can't see who is shooting who in this.
Right. That's why I took this photo in.
Witness. That's enough. You've had a long day. Shut your pie hole.
Shut my what? What was she going to say? She took the photograph and what? Wait a second. She even had a photograph to prove it. But you really can't tell from the photo who is shooting. That's why she said she's going to enlarge the photo. She said it'll drop the quality a mite, but should let us see who's who. She enlarged that photo. Why won't Von Karma let her show it? I've got a hunch. I bet that enlarged photo shows something bad for Von Karma. This is my chance. If I'm wrong, though, it'll mean prison for Edgeworth. Or worse. What should I do? Miss Hart, look at this photograph. You enlarged this photograph, did you not? Yeah, I did. Why has that enlargement not been presented to the court?
Because it does not exist.
What are y'all talking about? You were the one who told me not to show it to the court in the first place. You old fool.
What's the meaning of this, Mr. Von Karma?
Miss Hart. Show the photo to the court. Show us the enlargement.
The prosecution objects to the submission of this evidence. Objection denied. The witness will show the enlargement at the court.
Here it is.
We still can't see who is firing in this. Could be the defendant, or maybe it's not. Regardless, I'll accept this as evidence. Happy now, Mr. Wright.
There has to be something.
You asked for the enlargement. You got the enlargement. And little good it has done any of us. That's why I requested she not show it.
I suppose that means the cross-examination
is over, obviously.
And I would like to close the cross-examination of Miss Lotta Hart.
None too soon. That was a flagrant waste of my time. Mr. Von Karma, do you have anything to add? I stated everything I needed to when this trial began. Decisive evidence. A decisive witness. What else could possibly be required? Nothing, of course. Then I believe it is time to declare my verdict.
Wait, it's not supposed to go like this. There has to be a clue in this photo somewhere. This is bad. Real bad. What should I do? Wait! Your Honor, this evidence...
I believe we have spent enough time talking about evidence.
Indeed. We've heard opinions on every piece of evidence but this enlargement. I see no point in retracing our steps. This is bad, real bad. What should I do? Your Honor! There is something decidedly strange with this enlargement. Oh. When it said object to the enlargement, it made it seem like I was saying that the enlargement is fake. Something like that.
What might that be? Mr. Wright, we'll show the court what you mean. What about this photo is strange?
Okay, here goes nothing. I'll show the judge what's strange in this photo. Here, Your Honor.
The shooter? I'm not sure I understand. What about the shooter is strange?
Look at the hand holding the pistol, Your Honor.
The hand?
The hand directly contradicts another piece of evidence. This man's left hand does
what?
Let me show you. I'll show you the evidence that the left hand contradicts. The evidence is clear. The man in this photograph is holding that pistol in his left hand. However, the prints on the murder weapon were from Edgeworth's right hand. Ergo, the man shooting the pistol in his photograph is not Mr. Edgeworth.
Now that everyone in the courtroom is quieted down, I would like to reconvene this court of law. Mr. Wright.
Yes, Your Honor.
You have given us definitive proof today. We now know that it was not Mr. Edgeworth who fired the pistol that night. However, that leaves us with a rather large problem. If Mr. Edgeworth didn't do it, then who shot our victim? Precisely. As we have seen, there were no other people in the lake that night. Who but the defendant could have shot the victim?
There was only one explanation remaining. The man who shot the victim was none other than the victim himself.
Order! Order! Oh, you are testifying that the victim committed suicide?
Yes, Your Honor. I can think of no other explanation.
Indeed, that does seem to be the only remaining option. I'm so very, very sorry, Mr. Wright. But suicide is out of the question.
Damn. What?
An examination of the victim's wound reveals the distance at which he was shot.
The distance?
The victim was clearly shot from further than a meter away.
Meter? That's 3 feet.
There is no way it could have been suicide. Order! Order! Mr. Von Karma, are you sure of the accuracy of your data? Of course. I had already considered the possibility of suicide, you see.
Shot from approximately 1 meter away.
I see. Very well. Allow me to state my opinion. Considering the situation, the shooter had to be the defendant, Mr. Edgeworth. However, the prints on the gun revealed that the shooter was not Mr. Edgeworth. This is a conundrum. Therefore, I would like to suspend proceedings for this trial for the day. The court orders the defense and the prosecution to further investigate this matter. Understood.
Yes, Your Honor.
That is all. This court is adjourned.
Thank God. I don't think my voice could survive anymore. December 6th, 1:15 p.m. District Court, Defendant Lobby number 2. Ugh, that was a close one. Hey, don't you have anything to say? No, I have yet to be declared innocent, right? Well, yeah, but what happened out there on that lake anyway? If you didn't commit suicide, then who... The shooter was about a meter away, too. What? Don't give me that look. I did not kill him. I was just kidding around. Look, I'm going to go check on Maya. Oh? Right. What? Tell her something for me. What? Tell her to watch what she says in court. That's all. Would it kill you to just state how you really feel with a thanks, Edgeworth? I requisitioned a transcript of Lotta's entire testimony. I thought it might give me some ammunition for the trial tomorrow. Of course, she didn't see the shooter, so the only part of her testimony that stood was the bang she heard. I heard 2 gunshots. I heard 2 sounds like gunshots just after midnight. To be continued. I would love to save my progress. Thank you. I'm dying, everyone. 2 hours. Much, much longer case. Okay. Okay, I'm fine now. For a little bit at least. Uh I'm going to go ahead and stop right here because we did an investigation and trial. Um I think next episode is going to be the really funny one. um Oh, that one's going to be good. The trial at least. The investigations are the worst part of the first Ace Attorney game easily because it does not have the the intrigue that the I can't remember the Magatama, I think it's called. It does not have the intrigue that the Magatama brings along with having to break psyche locks. So the investigations are just a lot of talking with no real deduction going on. Because you could just constantly just bring up evidence and be like, what about this? What about this? What about this? What about this? And eventually you'll get something. So, ooh, oh well. I don't know. I just definitely think it's the weakest part of this game. If the Magatama was thought of sooner, or some kind of like version of it that had you deducting something in an investigation setting, it would be so much better. But I don't know. Without it, the investigations feel rather bland, and just feel like a very generic talking section. But that's fine because the trials are the important part. The trials is the meat that you actually want to get to. But anyway, that is going to be all. I'm going to try and like not lose my voice. It'll come back again after maybe a day or two after I try desperately to not lose it. Because that would suck, both for videos, especially videos of me playing a fucking visual novel. Oh my god. Not only would that suck, but it also kind of sucks for my job. So let's hope that doesn't happen. Dear God. Thank you all for watching, especially if you got this far and stick around, because there's a lot more to come.